Aloha, YouTubers! What is the first thing the audience sees when you step up to speak? Your demeanor. And this includes your posture. What do they want to see? Confidence. They want to see someone who believes in what he says. That doesn't mean you have to go from looking like Clark Kent to posing like Superman. Confidence isn't about being heroic or full of swag. It simply shows us you believe in what you say. You can enhance the power of your appearance by following a few simple guidelines for stage presence and posture. First, get into the habit of assuming an upright posture. Please don't slouch. You will project a more positive image by standing upright. Your posture should remain as erect as possible throughout your speech. If you're up on stage, you may want to tilt your head forward slightly. This would allow the audience to see your face more fully instead of up at an angle and into your nostrils. Relax your shoulders and balance your weight evenly on both feet. Please resist the temptation to put your hands into your pockets. This will make you look as though you're slouching. You'd be surprised at the negative feedback you'd hear, especially from the older males in the audience. The second principle to keep in mind is to spend as much time as possible at center stage. This is the position of power. Any stage actor will tell you this. Movement away from center stage weakens or neutralizes your delivery, unless you are approaching the audience. Another thing to keep in mind is to face the audience. I know this sounds obvious, but many people turn their backs to face their visual aids. Does the audience want to look at the back of your head as you read bullet points aloud? It's much better to glance at your laptop in front of you while the audience watches the main screen behind. If you're using a poster instead, pick up a pointer, and if you're standing to the left, point with your left. If you're standing to the right, point with your right. No crossovers. This would cut you off from the audience. You should continue projecting your voice towards them and gauging their reactions. If they look interested, wonderful. If not, you need to revise something. Let's move on to stage presence. Stage presence is important, and it's not just for actors. You need to hold the audience's attention if you want your message to be memorable. Before you stand in front of any audience, think about the result you'd like to see. Let me give you 2 examples. About a year ago, I attended a new student orientation. There were about 600 faculty and students in the audience. Before it was my turn to speak, I already had a goal in mind. I wanted the audience to see me as a speech coach who is open, approachable, and the type of person students want to sound like as an adult. Judging from the cheering, they liked the message. When it's your turn to speak, you will be much more aware of your demeanor if you just think ahead. Now, let's turn to a very different situation. Every morning, I take a walk. Usually, I head uphill, but one morning, I decided to go downhill. After a few blocks, I heard the sound of someone being punched, and I heard a little girl scream, I turned, and across the street, I saw a boy of about 10 years old slapping a girl of about 9. She screamed, "Stop!" but he wouldn't. I couldn't run across the street because there were cars passing in both directions. So I yelled, "Stop that! Right now!" He looked up. He couldn't see my eyes because I was wearing sunglasses. But I was bringing to bear all the stage presence I could muster. And he froze. Unfortunately, the little girl did too. So I had to yell, "Run!" She bolted. He watched her go, then turned back to glare at me. I can't repeat what he said in mixed company, but that put an end to that. You never know when you will need strong stage presence, but it's helpful to think ahead of the result you would like to see. I wanted him to freeze, and that's exactly what happened. There are other basics to consider when developing stage presence: passion, energy, and connections. Being passionate about your message will put a sparkle in your eye and a contagious enthusiasm. Being aware of your energy level and breathing will give you an aura that people will notice. Lastly, being aware of your connection with the audience, namely eye contact, openness of expression, and smiling, will put the audience at ease. Let's now turn to 2 factors that often affect stage presence: grooming and attire. I'm not an expert on hair and makeup, but I know speakers need to use common sense when it comes to grooming themselves before a speech. If you don't have common sense, ask a friend. When it comes to an outfit, wear what makes you feel confident. You already know which ones make you feel good. People compliment you regularly with certain colors or styles. Try not to look too casual, or you may lose credibility. On the other hand, if you're overdressed, your outfit may receive more attention than what you say. If you're being recorded on video, please avoid wearing solid red or white. The camera will flatter you much more if you go deeper into your closet. Got it? First impressions are important. Make sure yours is positive. Confident posture and stage presence will pay off in huge dividends. Practice, and you will be fabulous. Aloha.